Okay, so let's talk about dating, right? Because I've had a lot of questions on dating, and dating is like most things, it changes over time. So people ask me, what's my thoughts on speed dating? If you'd have asked me that question probably 5, 10 years ago, I probably would have said that I'm not really for it, I'm not really interested in it. But now I would actually say I think speed dating, for where we are right now, speed dating would be a good thing, especially for a lot of my clients. Let me explain why. Because we went through the COVID situation, right? I don't want to dwell on that. I know it's a negative, right? We've already been through it. But because we went through all the isolation, the lockdown, and that long time, 2, 3 years, where we couldn't date, couldn't really go out, all the isolation, so much time away from people, builds up a lot of depression, anxiety, social anxiety for men and women, for all of us. So I think speed dating today, 2022, I think it's a good thing. Now, people ask me if I ever done speed dating. I have done speed dating years ago. Funny enough, I had a really good experience, but I will say this, right? This is the lesson I want to teach in this video. I was in a good place at the time. I was in a good place. I wasn't going to this speed dating event from a place of desperation, from being desperate to get a match, to get a date. I was kind of going there. My life was going well. I was feeling good. It was just something new. I thought I'd give it a shot. It was nerve-wracking for me, but at the same time, I built up a lot of confidence by then. And I met someone, a girl liked me there, and I think we went straight for a date after. We went out and got food or a coffee. So, but after that, I got a girlfriend, so I didn't need to go there again. So I like speed dating for where we are now because it's in person, personally. Like, I prefer speed dating as opposed to online dating. I'll get into that in a second, because with the online dating, I know it's different, right? But for the most part, you go in online and you're trying to find a match, and it's not in person. Obviously, if you get the match and you get a date, then you're going to go in person, right? But at least with speed dating, especially for you guys that have got social anxiety and anxiety, which is pretty much everyone, right? It's brilliant for practicing. It's great for getting over social anxiety, because you'll go into an event where everybody's like-minded, everyone knows why they're there, the men and women, and you're getting to practice. I know people say, you get such a short window, like you speak to this person, they give you a few minutes, the next one, but in a way that's good, because that's teaching you how to get into the deep end, face your social fears, go out, meet people, and you're increasing your chances. So if I'm being honest, I think it's a good thing for right now. Obviously, my opinion can change, because you can't, because some people will say to me, well, Johnny, in 2013 you said you were against. Yeah, but that was then. Times change, sometimes our opinions change. So something you've said 5 years ago, you might change your mind. And as a society, we do change the way that we date. Dating changes. Society has got its own, it ticks its own box as to what's appropriate and what's not. I don't always agree with it. Sometimes I do. Some people do. Some do. So it comes down really to what you like. It's not really about, because I like it, you have to like it. But I will say this: whatever dating you choose to do, whether it's speed dating, online dating, going out to a nightclub, a pub, meeting women during the daytime, if you approach it from a positive mind, and I know that's not easy, right? It's not easy for a lot of people. It hasn't always been easy for me, but generally, and I explain how you can do that. If you approach anything with a good attitude, and you've got a good relationship towards it, you're always going to usually do well in it. In most cases, you can do well. So I think guys who struggle with speed dating, online dating, dating in person, meeting women in a coffee shop, or anywhere, or an event, it's because they're not in a good place. So if you're in a good place, doesn't really, to a large degree, if you did online dating and you was in a good place in your life, guys, I'm telling you, I guarantee you'd get a match. You'd have more chance, because you project that confidence and positivity, and women are going to be obviously more attracted to that. So I know it's easier said than done, but in my life experience, that's been the truth with everything, right? But like I said, I like speed dating. I like things that are in person, which for me personally, That's why for most of my life, I've always met my girlfriends, or I've had relationships, best connections I've had has been outside in public. But that doesn't, not everybody, that's not everyone's preferred choice. Online dating is, I've never had a date from online dating. I did it years ago and I didn't enjoy it. But, now I'm more open-minded. I would try it now, and I probably would do well on it because I'm in a good place, right? But I could try it. So my advice to guys is whatever dating platform you do, whether it's online dating, speed dating, in the daytime, bars, it's really about getting yourself in a good place. Now, how do you do that? Well, I think to begin with, you've got to set goals in your life. You've got to set goals that inspire you. You've got to set goals that make you happy. So if the goals are not doing that, they're the wrong goals, and you're going to have to spend some time, right? I can't tell you exactly how to do that. Well, with my clients, the way I do it, this might work for you, it might not. I sit down with them in person over a coffee or tea, or if we do online coaching, and I spend about an hour asking them, like, what would make you happy? What are your goals? And usually most clients, during a coaching conversation, can figure out what their goals are. And then once they set the goals, it's about creating a strategy, a plan of action as to how you're going to go about achieving those goals. So having goals is important. Secondly is fitness and health, diet. If you work on that, that's gonna improve your happiness. And then it's also obviously about social relationships, going out. So it's having a goal in life, getting fit, socializing. When you work on those things together, just step by step, you get in a better place mentally. And then when you date from that place, whether you do online dating, speed dating, you meet women in bars or pubs, or you meet women in the daytime, in a coffee shop, traveling, out in the open, wherever it is, you're going to do well, you're going to do better. As opposed to a guy who's depressed, not in a good place, and then trying to go out or date online or date everywhere. So for me, today where I'm at now, I don't really get caught up too much on, the different dating platforms. I focus more on helping my clients to get into a good place mentally, to get their mental health good, by setting goals, being accountable to those goals, changing the lifestyle, socializing more. And of course, you guys know my philosophy, or maybe you don't. I'm a huge believer in honesty. I'm not into pick-up lines. I'm not into tricks. I'm not into manipulation. I don't like doing all that. I prefer to be genuine, be honest from the start. If you get rejected, you get rejected. That's life. You move on until you meet someone, you get success. Obviously, it's a philosophy it takes courage, because a lot of people, I'm not saying everyone, they like to hide behind tricks and lines and gimmicks and all that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for fakeness. For me, that didn't work. So I think when you're respectful towards women, when you're confident and you're yourself, it comes across. And most women, in my experience, are going to be more attracted to a guy that's honest with them, that's respectful, that's not trying to be something that he's not. He's not trying to manipulate them. You're just being genuine from the start. If you want a relationship, you're honest about that. If you want to go out for a coffee, you're honest about that. You don't have a hidden agenda. So the place you date from, meaning I'm not just talking about the places in online, offline, in person, where you're at spiritually, your values. So that's my thoughts on it now. But like I said, I like the idea of speed dating, or any meet-up group dating for men and women, where men and women can go or speak to each other in person, because you're coming off the machines and you're getting in person and you're developing and you're building human connections, and you're getting to speak, and it's better for your mental health, for both, for men and women. And a lot of men and women agree with me when I've had conversations. I know not everyone's going to agree with me, it's impossible, but majority of women and men, girlfriends I've had, have agreed. They like my approach. It works for them as well. I remember the last girl I dated, lovely girl. We met in public. We met in central London, and we both agreed that we didn't like online dating. We preferred face to face, and I was honest with her, and it worked really well, and became good friends. So for me, honesty is the best policy. So that's my thoughts. But listen, let me know your thoughts in the box below. And like I said before, one of my clients I'm working with at the moment, on my 6-week confidence program, a few clients, they've been going to speed dating events and and improvisation groups to improve their confidence and increase their chances. And one of my clients actually got a date, which is great. So for where we are now, I prefer those. But like I said, I used to be really against online dating. I'm still not a fan of it, but I think sometimes you got to go with the times. Sometimes we don't like change. It's human nature. But I think if you're going to do online dating, just get in a good place, make sure your profile's good, and be honest, and do the best you can. That's all you really can do, all right? So like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the box below your thoughts. What's your preferred choice of dating, and let me know if this video's helped. Now, if you're struggling at the moment to get into a good place with your dating, your anxiety, social anxiety, have a serious think about investing in my coaching. I do online coaching. If that works for you better, that can work really well for me. I've helped a lot of people from online coaching. I can explain more about how I go about doing that. And I do in-person coaching if that approach would be preferred. But we'll figure that out on a Zoom call, which will take about 30 minutes of me having a chat with you. So if you want to apply for my confidence coaching for dating, send me an email in the box below and I'll get back to you and I'll see if I can work with you. Now, because I say this, I can't promise that I can work with you because I don't work and coach anyone. I only work with people that I like, and I'm sure that I can help them and they've got the right attitude. And I'm sure it's going to work the same for you, right? So if it's a no, it's not personal. Don't take it personal. It's just that I'm not going to take you on because I'm not going to waste your time or my time. And then in that case, you'd have to find another coach that's right for you. So I can't be any more fairer than that, right? Appreciate all your support. Have a look at the other videos that I've been doing as well. I hope you guys have been enjoying the shorts. By the way, I've got a Fearless meetup coming up. It's a social event. It's for men that have got social anxiety that want to improve it. It's on the 13th of March. If you want to come along, you're welcome. I'm only taking 8 spaces. We keep it quite small. It's brilliant for meeting like-minded guys, setting goals. It's a nice day out, socializing. It's in person. It will help you in all areas of life, dating, social, career, family, and everything else, all right? Speak to you guys soon. Fearless.